Under the neon lights of Las Vegas, Max Verstappen wrote yet another golden chapter in Formula One history. At just 27 years old, the Dutch driver clinched his fourth consecutive World Championship title. This achievement didn't come with the usual dominance seen in 2023, but it proved the talent of the now four-time world champion even more. In a season marked by highs and lows, Red Bull started strong but faced challenges mid-year as McLaren and Ferrari emerged as serious contenders. Verstappen needed to showcase greater maturity and consistency to overcome these new obstacles and maintain his dominance in the sport. In Las Vegas, even without having the fastest car on the grid, the Dutchman did what was necessary. Starting from fifth place, he kept his only title rival, Lando Norris, behind him throughout the race, securing the championship mathematically with 2 races to spare. This accomplishment places him in an exclusive group of only 6 drivers in history to win 4 or more championships. Today, we'll dive into all the details of this historic triumph, from early season dominance to the critical moments that defined this 4th championship. The math for Verstappen in Las Vegas was simple: finish ahead of Lando Norris to secure the title. Starting from 5th on the grid, the Dutchman demonstrated maturity by managing the race perfectly. Even finishing in 5th place, the result was more than enough to build an unassailable 63-point lead in the championship, with only 60 points remaining in the final 2 races. This 4th title places Verstappen in an extraordinary position in the sport. He becomes only the 6th driver in history to achieve 4 or more championships, joining an elite group. Even more impressive is the fact that he's the 2nd youngest to reach this milestone. The Las Vegas victory had a special flavor. On a track that didn't favor Red Bull's characteristics, Verstappen showcased why he's considered one of the greatest talents Formula One has ever seen. With a rear-wing setup that compromised his straight-line speed, the Dutchman compensated with precise and intelligent driving, maximizing the car's potential on every lap. The Las Vegas race, however, belonged to Mercedes. George Russell claimed a dominant victory, leading a 1-2 finish for the German team with Lewis Hamilton in 2nd. Red Bull faced specific challenges throughout the weekend in Las Vegas. The Austrian team lacked a rear wing suitable for the circuit's unique characteristics, a strategic decision made earlier in the season due to budget cap limitations. Despite this technical disadvantage, Verstappen demonstrated his extraordinary adaptability, managing his tires masterfully and keeping Norris, his only title rival, in check. The cold temperatures in Las Vegas also added to the driver's difficulties. With the asphalt measuring just 11 degrees Celsius, the biggest challenge was keeping the tires in the ideal temperature window. Once again, Verstappen excelled, finding the perfect balance between performance and tire preservation. The road to the 2024 4th championship was significantly different from previous years. Verstappen began the season with an impressive display of strength, winning 7 of the first 10 races. His dominance was such that many predicted a repeat of the overwhelming 2023 season. However, the scenario changed drastically mid-year. McLaren emerged as a serious threat following a series of successful updates to their car, while Ferrari also reached a new level of performance. This period marked the most challenging stretch of the season for Verstappen, who went 10 races without a win, an unthinkable streak after the absolute dominance of the previous year. It was in Brazil, 2 weeks before Las Vegas, that Verstappen delivered the decisive blow in the championship. In a performance already considered one of the greatest of his career, the Dutchman started from 17th place and secured a spectacular win in wet conditions. This victory not only extended his championship lead to 62 points, but also served as a clear demonstration that even in a more competitive year, Verstappen remained in a class of his own. Verstappen's evolution as a driver became evident in 2024. If in previous years he won primarily due to the technical superiority of his car, this time he had to show even more versatility. Whether adapting his driving style to different track characteristics or finding ways to maximize the performance of a car that wasn't always the fastest on the grid, the Dutchman proved that his talent goes far beyond having the best equipment. The RB20 of 2024 proved to be a very different project from its dominant predecessor. While the 2023 car was virtually unbeatable in all conditions, the new model exhibited more specific characteristics that required constant adaptation. The Milton Keynes team had to work tirelessly to remain competitive in an increasingly balanced grid, where McLaren and Ferrari made significant progress with every race. In Las Vegas, Red Bull's technical limitations were even more apparent. The absence of a specific rear wing for low downforce circuits, a decision made earlier in the year due to the budget cap, cost them around 7 km/h in top speed compared to their rivals. This disadvantage left Verstappen more vulnerable during overtakes, especially on the long strip straight, where top speed is crucial. Despite these limitations, the team's development capabilities and Verstappen's extraordinary ability to extract the maximum from the car were essential in keeping Red Bull competitive. The team compensated for its weaknesses with impeccable race strategy and superior tire management, elements that became trademarks of their victories in 2024. The historical significance of this fourth title goes far beyond the impressive numbers. At 27 years old, Verstappen not only equals the number of titles held by legends like Prost and Vettel, but also establishes his own dynasty in the sport. He becomes just the fifth driver in history to win 4 consecutive titles, a feat previously achieved only by Schumacher, Vettel, and Hamilton in the modern era of Formula One. The way this title was won adds even more value to the achievement. Unlike 2023, when he won 19 of 22 races, Verstappen had to show a new facet of his talent in 2024. His ability to maximize results without having the fastest car, his consistency in scoring even on tough days, and his maturity in managing adverse situations proved that he operates on another level as a driver. Verstappen's fourth championship also marks a significant shift in Formula One history. With 62 career victories at just 27 years old, the Dutchman faces a very real possibility of setting records that once seemed untouchable. His meteoric rise puts him on a collision course with the sport's greatest records, including Schumacher and Hamilton's 7 titles. Max Verstappen's fourth championship victory in Las Vegas is more than just another title in Formula One. It's the definitive confirmation of an era of dominance that began in 2021. In a sport where competitiveness is ever increasing, where teams invest millions in development, and where raw talent is no longer a guarantee of success, Verstappen has managed to set a new standard of excellence. The young boy who entered Formula One at 17 as the sport's youngest driver is now a mature and complete 4-time world champion. His evolution as a driver and as a person is evident in every lap, every overtake, and every decision made on and off the track. Most impressively, his story is far from over. This title, won in Las Vegas under the neon lights and the glitz of the casinos, is another golden chapter in a career that promises to rewrite Formula One's history books. Max Verstappen is no longer just a great talent or a fulfilled promise. He is undoubtedly one of the greatest drivers this sport has ever seen. And at 27 years old, the sky seems to be the only limit for the now 4-time world champion. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.